This video is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice and does not encourage the use of any prescription, recreational, or unapproved substances. There's a specific kind of burnout that doesn't come from exhaustion, but from overstimulation. You wake up, check your phone, and get hit with a flood of novelty, noise, and digital dopamine before you even leave bed. Then you wonder why nothing feels interesting anymore. That's not laziness. That's your brain's motivation system running on empty. It's not that you've lost ambition, it's that you've overloaded the signal that tells your brain what's worth pursuing. Dopamine isn't about pleasure, it's about pursuit. It's a molecule of anticipation, the spark that says, there's something rewarding out there, go get it. The problem is that we've learned to trigger that spark artificially, dozens of times a day, with scrolls, pings, caffeine hits, and tiny digital victories. The baseline drops, the spikes flatten. The reward system loses contrast and everything starts to feel muted. Think of dopamine as the contrast setting on your brain's monitor. When you crank it too high for too long, even bright things start looking gray. The fix isn't chasing a bigger dopamine hit. It's recalibrating the sensitivity of the system. You have to let the screen cool down and reset the brightness. That's what we call the motivation reboot protocol. Short-term system reset to help your brain remember what natural motivation looks like. It's not a detox in the trendy sense. It's more like reteaching your nervous system that effort itself can be rewarding. Step 1. A digital quiet phase for the first 3 days. Eliminate low-effort dopamine sources, social media, endless YouTube scrolls, junk food binges, and mindless multitasking. Keep communication functional only. You're not punishing yourself, you're creating space for signal to return. During this phase, boredom is the goal. When you remove the constant reward noise, your brain starts producing dopamine in response to smaller, real-world cues again, like sunlight, music, and physical movement. It's uncomfortable at first, then strangely peaceful. Think of it as turning down the volume on artificial stimulation so you can actually hear your own curiosity again. Step 2. Controlled stress reintroduction. Start introducing earned dopamine. Activities that require effort but deliver natural chemical reward. Cold showers, exercise, or even a morning walk in the sun all qualify. Physiologically, these trigger dopamine increases of 200 to 300% in animal models, sustained for hours. It's your brain rewarding survival and effort, not convenience. When you complete something slightly hard, your body releases dopamine after the work, which retrains your mind to associate effort with satisfaction. It's not about masochism, it's about reconnecting pleasure with progress. Step 3. Feed the pathway. Your dopamine neurons run on chemistry, not motivational memes. They need amino acids like tyrosine found in eggs, chicken, fish, soy, and almonds. They also need cofactors like vitamin B6 and iron. Additionally, your neurons need consistent sleep and sunlight to maintain synthesis. Skipping meals, staying up late, or living indoors under fluorescent lighting will tank your dopamine just as fast as social media will. Start each day with protein, light exposure, and a brief movement ritual. Not as a productivity hack, but as maintenance for the hardware that motivation runs on. Step 4. Audit the artificial boosters. Here's the part most people skip. Examine every chemical shortcut you're using to force motivation. Caffeine, nicotine, modafinil, amphetamines, even excessive pre-workout formulas. These all flood the reward system temporarily, but every flood leaves residue. The brain compensates by lowering sensitivity, which makes your natural drive feel weaker. Think of it as borrowing energy from tomorrow to feel motivated today. If you rely on these constantly, the baseline never recovers. For most people, a taper or short break can make caffeine and other mild stimulants feel powerful again, because you're rebuilding receptor sensitivity. not fighting against it. Moving on to step 5, the friction phase. Once you've cleared the noise, rebuilt the biology, and stabilized the baseline, start deliberately adding small challenges back into your life. Choose tasks that are mildly uncomfortable. Learning a new skill, doing deep work without background noise, or finishing that project you've been procrastinating on. The trick is to start small enough that your brain experiences success early and often. Each time you cross a micro threshold, dopamine spikes naturally. Not because of external stimulation, but because you earned it. That's the sustainable loop. Step 6, the reflection phase at the end of a reboot. Usually 10 to 14 days. Take inventory. What feels rewarding again that didn't before? Music might sound better. Food might taste richer. You might find yourself wanting to move again instead of forcing yourself to. That's your motivational baseline restoring. From here, you don't go back to full stimulation mode. You selectively add back the things that genuinely bring value. The goal isn't to become a monk. It's to remind your brain what it's like to want something for its own sake. Now, none of this means you should never touch caffeine again, or that you have to live like a dopamine minimalist forever. The point is control. Knowing what's noise and what's safe. Dopamine drugs like amphetamines, cocaine, or other synthetic stimulants hijack the system completely. They make effortless focus feel superhuman for a while, but they don't create motivation. They counterfeit. When the drug leaves, so does the drive, and you're left chasing the feeling instead of the goal. Even mild dopamine enhancers can become dependency traps if they replace rather than enhance the natural effort. You can't outsource the neurochemistry of meaning. Motivation isn't magic, and it's not gone forever. It's simply been buried under constant, unearned stimulation. If you can tolerate boredom, engage with effort, feed your biology, and reset your reward thresholds, the system comes back online, cleaner, quieter, sharper. The goal isn't to feel hyped all the time. It's to have range again. To be able to go from calm to driven without needing an external spark. You can't hack motivation. You can only rebuild it by restoring contrast, by making small rewards feel meaningful again. Because once you stop chasing dopamine spikes and start earning them, everything ordinary starts to feel extraordinary again. Thanks for watching BioHack Stacked. If you're running this protocol yourself, take notes. Not of what you cut out, but of what comes back online. If you like this video, leave a like, and if your dopamine system survived the algorithm, subscribe for more experiments in human optimization. Stay curious, stay grounded, and remember, your biology is always listening.